Hello and welcome to Filled with His Love. One of the most moving stories of heroism I've ever heard happened on January 13th, 1982, when a Boeing 737 struck the 14th Street Bridge on the Potomac River. This is between Washington, D.C. and Arlington, Virginia. The plane hit 7 occupied vehicles, 7, and destroyed 97 feet of guardrail on the bridge. This was a massive crash. Then the plane plunged through the ice. Remember, it was a very frigid day in January, into the Potomac River. There were 74 passengers and 5 crew members aboard the plane. Out of those 74 passengers, only 4 passengers and 1 crew member survived. Now, here's the critical moment in the crash. A passenger, Arland D. Williams, Jr., cared more about the safety of others than about his own life. One after another, he helped passengers in the freezing water take hold of rescue ropes so they could be pulled out of the water. But after he saved the last of the 5 survivors from drowning, he was overcome by hypothermia and sank to his death in that icy river. Now, unlike many stories of heroism, the survivors of the Flight 90 could never thank their benefactor because he died right after saving them. In so many stories, the hero's still alive. We see these all the time on news programs where people come together and thank the one who saved them somehow, who rescued them from something. But this was different. Those who were saved that day from Flight 90 in that freezing river never could thank their benefactor, the one who'd saved them. Those who were saved that day on the Potomac River in some way owed a debt to their rescuer. I'm sure some who survived felt survivor's guilt. They might have said to themselves, "Why was I so fortunate to be saved while nearly everyone on that plane died that day?" They probably also wished they could have thanked Arland D. Williams, Jr., but they couldn't. They might have said to themselves, "How can I ever repay the debt I owe to that good man?" That story reminds me, of course, of the debt I owe to Christ, who literally saves me from something nearly every day. He not only gave his life for me, he continues to live and bless me every day. The longer I live on this earth, the more in debt I feel to him and to my Father in heaven. Heavenly Father gave his Son so that I might live forever and have the unspeakable possibility of returning to him. And Christ gave me everything. He created this earth. He made it possible for me to inhabit a physical body. He guaranteed my resurrection. How could I ever repay him? I used to think, well, if I serve the Lord, that is how I can repay him. If I serve a mission or multiple missions, that is one way I can repay him. But here's the surprising reality of service. The more you serve the Lord, at least this is the way it happens for me, the more in debt you feel to him. Yes, serving a mission requires sacrifice, but no matter what the sacrifice entails, God repays you tenfold in blessings. It can happen when you minister to someone, when you help them find the gospel, when you help them return to activity in the church, all kinds of situations. The blessings far outweigh the personal sacrifice you make. So the sacrifice, it doesn't feel like a sacrifice at all at times. We're pretty much all familiar with when the prophet Joseph Smith said the following: "A religion that does not require the sacrifice of all things never has power sufficient to produce the faith necessary unto life and salvation." Even though it's familiar, I'm going to repeat that again. A religion that does not require the sacrifice of all things never has power sufficient to produce the faith necessary unto life and salvation. It is such a powerful statement. Sacrifice of all things. That infers temporal sacrifice, physical sacrifice, spiritual sacrifice, all things. Being a Latter-day Saint means so much more than attending church meetings where we receive personal uplift. It means giving of ourselves in ways that sometimes stretch us to the limit. It means caring for those who need help we sometimes don't know how to give. It means edifying others when we are the one who feels the need for edification. On that freezing day in January 1982 on the Potomac River, many sacrificed, those who were on shore, those in the river, all of the rescuers. My own image of Arland Williams is that he likely knew he was going to lose his life as he helped others to safety. He likely felt his body gradually shutting down because of the frigid water. And I cannot say this for sure, but because of the courageous way he acted, I have to think he was okay with the fact that he was about to lose his life because he knew he was bringing life to others. The verse in Matthew comes to mind. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Matthew 10:39. Arland Williams very likely knew exactly what he was doing. He was sacrificing all things, as Joseph said, even his own life, and so his faith was impenetrable. He gave his all, and in the process found himself. I picture him on the other side of the veil, feeling grateful for what he had done. So, we keep living and learning. We keep giving what we can give and receiving an ever-increasing bundle of blessings. The only way I can deal with this debt that I cannot repay is to express more and more gratitude for all that the Lord has done for me. When I'm expressing gratitude, I cannot pity myself, I can't feel shortchanged, I can't feel unproductive guilt or unworthiness or any of those feelings that can bring us down. I just feel grateful, and that is my part of the unfathomable equation of grace. I hope this is helpful. I hope you'll think about what it means to sacrifice, what it means to receive blessings, what it means to increase our faith, and what it means to show gratitude for all that Christ does for us.